Hi everybody, I'm Genie Gagne, the vocal genie. I'm a voice professor and professional singer, and I'm talking today about falsetto, head voice, your higher register. This is especially going to be for guys because that's one of the questions that I get most often. How do you sing up into your falsetto? How do you make that passaggio area where you transition up into your falsetto stronger? And what the heck is a falsetto? Are you singing in falsetto voice? Are you singing in your head voice? What's the difference? There's a lot of confusion about it. Stick around, I'll explain that. Falsetto and head voice and whistle tone are terms that different teachers and different pedagogies sometimes intermingle, so there's not always the same meaning by the same terms. But let's clarify it for us here. Usually the term falsetto is not used for women. We sing a little bit differently than you guys, even though we have the same anatomical structure. It's just shaped a little. Your guys is a little larger, ours is a little smaller, and it just develops a little different when you guys go through that lovely area of puberty when your voice changes.
Wow.
Anyway. That's all kind of like my normal range. Once I start, it's getting crazy high. Mariah Carey, who can sing up here, now she's getting into her whistle tone. When you're singing, imitating a girl, when you're doing that, and it may sound breathy, that's probably your falsetto. Guys, when you go from, say, down a G, if you're a baritone, and you go up here, this is where that's a G, really comfortable, right, for you guys? You start going up around C, E, F, into where your voice wants to change. Now, if you have reliable, strong falsetto, you can keep going. Maybe up until where I'm singing soprano. Those of you guys who sing up in here a lot, na 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 na, on the same pitch I'm singing, just kind of hang out up there, you're using your mixed voice or your head voice. Where guys get into the most trouble going into falsetto is by pressing this, and then it's like it pops. That's because your anatomy can only go so far before it's at, no dude, I'm so done. You're gonna kill me here. So let's go like this. By the way, ladies, same thing happens to you when you're belting and then all of a sudden your voice turns to crap and it gets light and thin. It's because you push too hard. So here's the solution. You ready? How do you transition into falsetto or a lighter head voice without this ginormous cavernous burst, in a bad way? Get there gradually. It's not like you got one setting like a dial, you don't have full voice, click, mix, click. What you have is a really flexible, stretchy vocal system in here. Well, let's assume you know what your full voice is for starters. That's when you're but then you go up here, and let's just say you're singing a rock tune. All of a sudden, you can't keep going, and it does this. I'm letting go of the dominance of that lower, strong muscle and having the higher one come in. So it depends how you're using it, how loudly you're singing, what your anatomy looks like, so whether or not you're a higher tenor or a lower or a middle of the range sort of baritone. A lot of factors depend on it. The vowel, how you're shaping the sound inside your mouth. And I'll show you two ways, right? I've already transitioned. How about I don't graduate? there's that flip. Or you could call it a break. Did you hear a break the first time? Probably not. Where you change and graduate can vary too. How about if I do E? It flipped more, right? Why is that? An E vowel is more tight. It pulls up on your tongue. So bottom line, you understand that your falsetto is going to be much thinner, more like a whistle. Your head voice is going to also be thinner than your full voice, but has a little bit of meat and vibration. Mixed voice is somewhere in the middle between your head voice and your chest voice, and it all depends on how you're singing, on what vowel, on what pitch, and how loudly. That's a start. Just remember, what you call it, at the end of the day, doesn't even really matter. Let go of that attachment to the name of the damn thing and just sing your song. Okay. Have a great day, everyone. I'm Genie Gagne. See you next time.